Get to your top stories right now. Minnesota State Senator Justin Eichorn is waking up in jail this morning. He was arrested after investigators say he tried to meet up with a 17-year-old girl for sex.
We know charges could be coming any day now. Meanwhile, members from his own party are now calling for him to resign. Our Pauline Lee joins us with a closer look at this case and whether a resignation, Pauline, would make a difference in the Senate chambers.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, Senator Eichorn is now the second Minnesota senator to be facing some serious legal charges here, the first being Democrat Nicole Mitchell. But when it comes down to a resignation and whether it really makes a difference, unlike Senator Mitchell's case, if Eichorn were to resign, really wouldn't make a difference because right now Democrats have a one-seat majority in the Senate. If he resigns, they just move to a two-seat majority. So really, the Republicans calling for his resignation are really going on principle here. But either way, experts are saying two senators facing serious legal challenges. It's really a striking moment in Minnesota history. Let's take a closer look at this case here. Bloomington police say the Republican senator of Grand Rapids thought that he was talking to a 17-year-old girl, but it was actually a detective. The ranking minority leader of the Environment, Climate, and Legacy Finance Committee arranged a meeting for prosecution on the 8300 block of Normandale Boulevard when he was taken into custody. Minnesota Senate Republicans, they released a statement in response to his arrest saying, "We are shocked by these reports, and this alleged conduct demands an immediate resignation. Justin has a difficult road ahead, and he needs to focus on his family." Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Democrat Aaron Murphy called the accusations disturbing, but stopped short of calling for his resignation. And Bloomington Police Chief Booker Hodges also calling on the legislature to make some changes here, saying, "I have always advocated stiffer penalties for these types of offenses, and we need our state legislature to take this case and this type of conduct more seriously." Now, Senator Eichorn is being held in the Hennepin County Jail. Again, those charges could come any day now. We have reached out to the husband and father of four. We are still waiting to hear back, guys.
All right. Pauline Lee live for us in Minneapolis this morning. Thank you. We're also waiting to see if there will be charges for 4 teenagers who were arrested in the shooting death of a Twin Cities high school senior.
Diamond Manley of Brooklyn Park's body was found 2 weeks ago in a parked car on a residential street in Ramsey. He died from a gunshot wound. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office tells us the 4 teens they arrested were between the ages of 15 and 17. The Manley family has started an online fundraiser to help with funeral expenses. So far, it's raised $12,000. We're also waiting to learn when a St. Cloud student will be headed back from the Dominican Republic.
So it has been 2 weeks since the University of Pittsburgh student Sadisha Kunaki was last seen in the Dominican Republic. Joshua Reeby is the last person to be with her. He confined to his hotel ever since. He's the student over at St. Cloud State. Kunaki's family says they believe she drowned.
This is incredibly difficult for us to process. We kindly ask you to keep our daughter in your prayers.
So the sheriff in Virginia, that's where Kunaki's family lives, called her disappearance tragic. In a statement, they said that they will support the family and continue to review evidence as it becomes available.
A Metro toddler is still in the hospital this morning, this after a car backed over him. Relatives of that 3-year-old boy say he was scootering on the sidewalk in Eagan Monday when a parked car rolled backwards out of the driveway, trapped him underneath. The boy is expected to live because the family says that right there, his helmet, saved his life. A Minneapolis bike shop manager says he's heard from many stories of helmets making the ultimate difference. When riding, he says fit is more important than anything else.
All new helmets are going to have an adjustment on the back for retention, as well as the normal clipped strap under the chin. And the goal is to put the helmet on without the strap connected and be able to tip over and leave the helmet on your head.
Police are still investigating why the car's brake released in Eagan. A federal judge has ordered thousands of fired federal workers here in Minnesota and across the nation back to work.
But not all workers have been notified to return, and even the ones who have are facing an uncertain future. For one, fired workers' health care expires 30 days after they're let go. The deadline to have workers return was Monday at 1 p.m., but so far the Park Service hasn't reinstated employees. Park employees also point out to a court filing from the Park Service, which they feel sounds ominous. Statement says, quote, "The department must also take other requisite administrative actions, such as evaluating the off-duty action of reinstated employees during the period of separation."
Maybe it just meant they're going to see if we took other jobs, but I don't know, reevaluating or evaluating off-duty actions. To me, sounds like they might retaliate for things we did.
The Trump administration has not released the number of federal workers that have been fired.
Today, Minnesota representatives are discussing a bill aimed to protect veterans from scammers. This bill would require acknowledgement for veteran benefit service providers to make sure veterans receive the benefits they deserve. We understand a news conference will be taking place at 10 a.m. to explain more about that legislation.